On April 5th, 1982, in Memphis, Tennessee, Andy Kaufman, the actor, comedian, and intergender wrestling champion, had his first wrestling match with a member of his own sex. The opponent was a very serious wrestling favorite named Jerry Lawler. Here now are the results of that match.
Only the second move by Lawler, and bang goes Kaufman. It's going to be a disqualification. Danny Davis, his manager, not believing it. Jerry Lawler, 6 minutes and 50 seconds with a pile driver, has been disqualified. The winner by disqualification, Andy Kaufman.
Tonight, for the first time on network television, they meet face to face. Here are Andy Kaufman and Jerry Lawler. Andy, go ahead and have a seat, if you will. First of all, gentlemen, thank you. Thank you very much for being here, Andy. Let's take care of your neck injury. Now, when was the match? April 5th, right? Mm-hmm. And it's now almost August. Do you still need that neck brace on there?
Yes.
Yeah?
I do.
Are you in a lot of pain?
Well, I'm not in nearly as much pain as I was, and it's healing, but it's still enough to wear the brace.
One of those kind of nagging, lingering injuries that...
I don't know what you call it, but I just have to wear the brace.
Now, when I see Jerry here, I've never seen the man in person before. To me, you'd have to be nuts to want to get into the ring with this guy. He appears to be maybe twice your weight, and he's better looking. No, I'm just teasing there, you know. But what was your motivation for wanting to fight him?
Well, I had so many matches with women, and I always won, and I started really believing that I was a good wrestler. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, I'd beaten women bigger than him. I really thought that I could beat him. And I also, when I started getting worried and thinking maybe I couldn't beat him, I thought I would just run away from him the whole time, and I couldn't do it.
Now, Jerry, was there ever any doubt in your mind that you would have any difficulty wrestling Andy?
Not really, no doubt at all. You see, I don't want to sit out here and pretend that I'm friends with this guy, because I think he's a wimp. You see, I think when Andy was born, his father wanted a boy and his mother wanted a girl, and they were both satisfied.
Now, just a point of order here, and I don't know a great deal about wrestling, but it looks to me like you gave Andy that second pile driver after the bell. Now, that didn't seem like a really sportsmanlike thing to do.
Well, see, I noticed a small smattering of boos from the audience and everything, and I think that the people have gotten the wrong impression from all of this. You say that wasn't a sportsmanlike thing to do, but everybody that sees Andy Kaufman the way he is now, you know, Mr. Nice Guy, very lovable, the Lotka character and everything, this is not the Andy Kaufman that I saw, because he sent a lot of interviews and clips into Memphis, insulting me.
As I recall, Andy, you kind of just egged him into this, didn't you?
I was just teasing and fun.
Just teasing and fun.
I brought some of the small clips of things that he said about me, about some of the women that he wrestled.
All right, so let's take a look at some of Andy's harassing work that Jerry Lawler had to endure via the United States mails. Some videotapes. You made these yourself, right, Andy?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you and Lawler, you think you're really being smart, and so you know, look, I'm from Hollywood. That's where we make movies and TV shows. I tape Taxi in Hollywood. I make movies in Hollywood. Okay, yeah. I'm not from down here in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, I'm from Hollywood, and I want to have the respect that I deserve. When I come here, I want people to respect me because I am a star. I am a Hollywood star. You got that? You know what, Mr. Lawler? I've heard all these things you've been saying about me on television. You want to wrestle me? You want to wrestle me, Memphis style? All right, fine. I'm going to send you back to the kitchen where you belong. I'm going to have you scrubbing the potatoes and washing the carrots. because that's where you belong. Matter of fact, they're probably smarter than you because you don't have any brains. You're from Memphis, Tennessee. All you do is plow the fields and farm and farm and Is that how you talk from Memphis, Tennessee, Mr. Lawler? Boo. See, Mr. Lawler, you don't have any brains. I'm from Hollywood. I have the brains. That's how I win my matches. I say the bigger they come, the harder they fall. You might be twice as big as me, but I've wrestled women that are twice as big as me, and I've mopped the floor with them. And that's what I'm going to do with you, Mr. Lawler.
Well, we'll pause here and regroup. We're going to take time out for a commercial.
You could be mad when you see something like that.
Well, we'll continue this discussion right after you folks at home take a look at this. Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman are here, and we saw the tapes that allegedly provoked Mr. Lawler into the match. Andy, why did you do that? That didn't seem like a very nice thing to do there.
I don't see how a person could get so mad from that. I was playing bad guy. That's what I was doing. I was playing bad guy wrestler. It was a role I was playing. I wasn't serious about it. I don't take things like that seriously, like I am a star. I'm from, that was just a role I was playing.
Yeah.
You know?
So in your estimation, Jerry,
and I think that he just was taking it too seriously.
You think he owes you an apology?
Look,
then?
I always said you didn't have a sense of humor, and here the people are all laughing at it.
Mm-hmm.
So it proves my point.
Yeah.
That's why I came here. It was because I asked for an apology. I apologized for all the wrestling I've ever done, all the abuse I've ever given the people that didn't understand what I was doing, and I simply think that apology is in order.
So it's come to this, has it, Andy? You want Jerry to apologize. Now, is this the way, would that be an equitable thing as far as you're concerned?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think I owe him an apology. I think, he says it was all a big joke. I'm sure it was to him. I think he came down there with the intention of...
Did you want to hurt him?
Well, yeah. I thought I had to hurt him.
In all the matches I ever had against 400 women, I'll tell you, I was bigger than most of them, a lot bigger, and not one time did anyone ever get hurt. Mm-hmm. I never had to prove anything. I never had to hurt. I was always very gentle with everybody I wrestled.
It's something that I take very seriously. It's the way I make my living, and he comes in making a joke out of it. He did it all for publicity. That's why he's still wearing, I don't know if it's a neck brace or a flea collar. I mean, I'm sure it would hurt, but you don't need it this long.
I was in the hospital.
He's milking it for every bit of publicity he can get. That's all he's doing.
I had to spend 3 days in the hospital in traction, and I was given this neck brace in the hospital. It's a very real neck brace. It's a real thing, and it's something.
It's been 5 months ago.
Yeah, it seems a little...
People have been in car wrecks that now they're,
I just don't think that there was any. It wasn't really called for to do. I could have been killed, and I could have had my neck broken.
But on the other hand, I mean, nobody actually forced you into the ring,
That's right. I don't come out here and try to do stand-up comedy or anything like that. I'm a wrestler. You're a comedian.
If you were the man that you think that you are, then you'd apologize. You're the man that you think that you say you are. Because you're always talking about being a sportsman and how you're such a
I never
great
say
athlete.
anything about being a sportsman.
Let me.
Well, I thought you're a professional athlete. You're always talking about sportsmanship, and sportsmanship isn't just to go in the ring. And if it's a professional
you're a
sport,
comedian. You should stay telling jokes and things like that.
You don't have to go in the ring. Yeah, well, I was going in the ring, and it's something that I was doing, and it was no reason to hurt me.
As a joke, right? It's not a joke.
As a joke, yeah.
It's not a joke.
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't a joke to me.
Did you laugh after when you were laying in the hospital? Was it a joke then?
No, it wasn't. But there wasn't any reason to purposely hurt me. You could have proven the point by just beating me. You want to prove what a big man you are.
Let me just clear up one point here. There are a lot of people watching who probably view wrestling as being a show, a display, a demonstration, and this may be as the pinnacle representation of that. Was this thing fixed or rigged? Are you guys really friends? Was it a scam?
No, not at all. I couldn't warm up to this guy. We were cremated together. He is a wimp. That's exactly what he thought. That's what he thought about wrestling. He thinks it's all a big joke, a big fix or whatever. And then you're right. There are a lot of people that think that.
You're nothing but a redneck. And you're just trying to prove a point because I was a Yankee, and I heard this from so many people in Memphis. I was going down there, and because you believed all that stuff that I was.
There are a lot of people that think that, David, and he was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I did to Andy exactly what I would like to do to everybody that thinks that way.
You're lucky I didn't sue you.
It was a chance to show them exactly what it's really like.
If there were, would you?
Because let me tell you something. My father said, my manager said, they all said that I had a right. I could have gotten a lawyer and I could have sued you for what you did, and I didn't. And all I want is an apology. Even you asked me last time I was on your show if I was going to have a lawsuit, and I could have sued you. I could have sued you for everything you're worth.
Well,
and I didn't, because I'm not that kind of a guy.
Yeah. You know what?
What kind of a guy are you?
No, you're not the kind of guy you're.
I'll just be over here. We're going to
as far as I'm
pause here for
concerned,
station identification and get the hoses out here. Hi there, and welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. As you can tell, Andy Kaufman is here, sort of, and Jerry Lawler is also here, and there's some nights I wish Tom were here, but that's not the case. Is Andy, are you coming in here again, or?
I am sick of this bullshit. You are full of bullshit, my friend. I will sue you for everything you have. I will sue your ass. You're a motherfucking asshole. As far as I'm concerned, you hear me? A fucking asshole. Fuck you! I will get you for this! I am sorry to use those words on television. I apologize to all my fans. I'm sorry. But you're a fucking asshole! A fucking asshole! You hear me? A fucking asshole!
I think you can use some of those words on TV. I'm not. But what you can't do is throw coffee. I've said it over and over again. Well, that about wraps this segment up. I want to thank my guests, Mr. Lawler. Jerry, thank you very much for being here, and good luck to you, sir. And my thanks to Andy Kaufman.